Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In Lee's office, she recaps that she's been suspicious all of these times. Her maternity test will prove Poppy and Jack slept together. Jack and Poppy kick, but she tells them to save it. They created a love child and it's time they face the snide Verity. Jack complains about her ambuscading him. She insists Jack is Luna's father. Jack denies being with her family. Poppy backs him up. Lee is sure the results will prove else. Jack challenges, fine. Let's see them. Let's see your evidence. At Bill's place, Luna tells him she can't see any trace of Tom's star in her face. Bill shrugs this off, but Luna prodigies if he was wrong. What if her mama used his hypotheticals to cover up her real pater? She rails that it might be another one of her mama's falsehoods. Bill doesn't suppose attacking Poppy is productive at this point. Luna could no way accept Tom as her father. What if I'm right? What if there really is someone out there? Bill says everything points to Tom being her father. Luna goes on about what she did being tied to her history. Bill gets that because his father was a dictator. He says Tom was a decent man, not a cruel bone. Luna says that makes what she did indeed worse. Bill thinks it's wishful thinking that someone differently is her pater. Luna feels it would change everything for her. And for him? In Forrester's main office, Carter assures Daphne that inconceivable is what he wants. She steps close and purrs. Also inconceivable is what you'll get. Carter remarks on her conference and also produces a contract. He's agitated about them working together. I imagine you'll be veritably satisfied. Daphne muses, satisfied indeed. Daphne looks over the contract as Carter offers to tweak anything she likes. Daphne says, pen. Carter produces one and she signs. Carter shafts. In the design office, Hope gushes to Steffy about Daphne Rose. She came in instigative and mysterious. She hopes Carter is sealing the deal. Hope thinks this collaboration is a gift. She's not sure how Daphne showed up on their doorstep, but it's relatively fortuitous. Steffy smirks, yeah, veritably fortuitous. Hope goes on about how agitated Carter is to work with Daphne. Steffy's sure she feels the same way. Hope worries that Daphne might not subscribe on. She's used to calling the shots. Steffy says landing her would be huge. She thinks having her at Forrester could be a game changer. She thinks it would be a shame if Carter couldn't close the deal. Hope thinks Daphne was impressed. Steffy says if they subscribe her, effects will get real. They'll spend hours together uniting. But if it give the results she hopes it will, she's completely on board. In the main office, Carter signs the papers after Daphne seductively skirmishes past him. Carter welcomes her to Forrester and shakes her hand. He looks forward to working with her. And being around her intoxicating, she muses, persona. Carter says that too. Yes. I can't stay to get started. He can't stay to get started. In Lee's office, Jack asks Lee what the maternity results say. Lee frowns. It's negative. You're not Luna's father. Jack sneers, of course I'm not. Why didn't she believe them? Why does she always have to believe the worst indeed of her own family? Poppy, tearing up, asks her family how she could charge her. Lee cries, I believe you now. Poppy asks if she's done, also saying horrible effects about her. Lee heartbreaks that she's sorry for what she was allowing and putting them through all of this. What kind of family does what I did to you? Poppy didn't earn this from her. Neither of you. I'm sorry. I'm so veritably sorry. At Bill's place, Luna tells him that Tom being her father no way felt right. They had no parallels or natural pull. Bill says he'd a rough life. Luna's sorry about that, however. He'd still be alive moment, if their paths hadn't crossed. Bill tells Luna she's a youthful woman who made a terrible mistake. He believes she can turn effects around. Luna says if Bill had been her father, effects would be so different. But Tom had always felt so wrong to me. Further and further I can feel it in my bones. She wishes she could count on her mama to tell her the verity. In the office, Carter fondles Daphne's scarf. Hope comes by and is dying to know how it went with Daphne Rose. Carter holds up the inked contract. Hope gushes that she knew he could make it be. Forrester Creations will no way be the same again. They kiss and spoon. In the design office, Daphne updates Steffy that Carter gave her a contract and he inked. Steffy suppositions he and Hope are celebrating as they speak. Daphne says he told her he's looking forward to working together. Steffy laughs, long days, indeed longer nights. She enthuses about ripping the company out of their greedy little paws. Daphne smiles. In Lee's office, she admits she allowed 4 times that Jack and Poppy had an affair. However, perhaps Luna wouldn't be in jail right now and those 2 men would still be alive, if she'd been a better family. She allowed herself to become suspicious and hypercritical, especially of Poppy and her life. She tells Poppy that she was wrong. I was terribly, terribly wrong. Poppy tells her family it's okay. Lee says it's anything but okay. She's family and she should have stood by her, not pushed her down. She'll spend the rest of her life making it up to her. They'll do everything sisters should do together. I'm sorry, Penelope. Please forgive me. Say you'll forgive me. Poppy nods and they embrace. Jack gashes up watching them. Steffy agreed with Hope about it being veritably fortuitous that Daphne showed up wanting to unite. Steffy suggested it could be a game changer and was sure Daphne was just as agitated as Carter about this. Meanwhile, Daphne got evidence that inconceivable was what Carter was looking for, so she assured him that's what he'd get. After Daphne raided Carter's space and flirted a bit more, she inked the contract and left him pleased. Once Carter was alone, he held the scarf Daphne gave him and looked thoughtful. When Hope appeared looking for updates, Carter let her know Daphne was officially on board and left her gratified pink. Back with Steffy, she had a secret meeting with Daphne and was pleased over the contract deal getting done. Steffy assumed Hope was out celebrating with Carter and looked forward to eventually ripping the company down from them. At Bill Mance, Luna admitted she didn't look like Tom or have any analogous characteristics. It left her wondering if Poppy had used Tom to cover up the verity, but Bill allowed. This discussion was meaningless. Luna fixated on the idea that perhaps her biopater could be someone differently, but Bill called it wishful thinking. After Luna participated her guilt over targeting Tom, she suggested her conduct were indeed worse if he was her father. Commodity about Tom being the maternity answer always felt wrong to Luna, so she wished she could pry the verity out of Poppy. At the sanitarium, Lee was taken suddenly when the maternity test was negative and proved Luna was Jack's son. It led to Lee's repentant consummation since she'd suspected an affair for times and always held it against Poppy. Still, she suggested she could have been there for Luna and averted her crimes, if Lee hadn't had so important hate in her heart. Lee was sorry for acting like a madwoman over this maternity test, and for how roughly she'd treated Poppy in the history. After Lee pledged to change and asked for Poppy's remission, the sisters participated in emotional clinch. Near Jack also cried as he witnessed Poppy and Lee's warm grasp. Lee's new and bettered view of Poppy wouldn't last long. So stay tuned for all the wild news to come. The riddle of Luna's maternity will unravel and bring further family issues in the coming occurrences. Jack and Poppy will head to Il Giardino together, so that'll give them a chance to talk about all the maternity test chaos that just went down. Lee was proven wrong since Poppy no way slept with Jack, who is Luna's father. Indeed, Jack was in gashes as Lee apologized and made peace with her family, so he may hope this can be a fresh launch for all of them. Still, it seems like Jack may know further about Luna's maternity than he's letting on. Jack and Poppy kept giving each other strange aesthetics in Lee's office, like perhaps they'd made a pact at some point to keep Luna's real father a secret. In other words, Jack isn't Luna's biopater, but he may know who is. B&B is intimating about Finn being Luna's father rather, so perhaps Jack set up out times ago and has resolved to help Poppy keep it under wraps. Sheila will ail Jack and Poppy's discussion at the eatery, so she may wonder what this hush-hush meeting is about. Still, she may be suspicious and resolve to do some digging if Sheila overhears Finn's name. Sheila has a knack for chancing trouble, so our prognostications point to her sticking her nose in Poppy and Jack's business. Over with Steffy, she'll open up to Taylor and Ridge about all the Finnegan family drama. Steffy may mention her recent discussion with Finn about Jack's shattered relationship with Lee, and talk about the secrets that blew effects up. Maybe Steffy will be glad there are no secrets hanging to blow up her own marriage since she trusts Finn fully. Unfortunately, there could indeed be a stunner that leaves Steffy reeling soon. Still, that news is sure to make some serious swells in his relationship with Steffy, if Finn really does turn out to be Luna's biopater. Finn and Steffy's future will come with some obstacles, So stay tuned for updates on the tough times ahead.